Hello, my name is TJ Booth. I'm a current student at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, and I'm also part of the Project HEAL team here today to talk to you about exercise and how being active can help reduce your blood pressure. So here are the table of contents, what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about high blood pressure, then we'll talk about how inactivity affects us, the benefits of being active, and then finish off with how can we become more active in our everyday lives. So first, I want to talk what is high blood pressure. It simply is when the pressure in our arteries is too high and is very negative for our bodies. So how do we know we have high blood pressure? There are no real signs and symptoms of high blood pressure. The only way to know is to track it, monitor it by taking your blood pressure. Now we can do so at some of these places down here. A lot of these pharmacies within these stores, such as Walmart and ShopRite, offer free blood pressure screenings. Or we could go out and buy one at one of these locations as well, and many others, and record our blood pressure on our own. And now here's the blood pressure categories according to the American Heart Association. And I just want to point you kind of to the about 130 to 80 range, 130 being the top number, 80 being the bottom number. That's when blood pressures are consistently above that, that's when we get worried. So what are the things that chronic uncontrolled hypertension can do? And again, the key words are chronic. This is over a long period of time. This isn't just one high reading, this is multiple in a row over several months. But this can cause some heart issues such as heart failure, heart attacks, coronary artery disease. It can affect your kidneys, causing kidney failure. It can affect your brain, causing stroke, dementia, and it can affect your whole body and things like vision impairment. Now, again, it's important to note that this does not happen overnight, that this is years and years of chronic uncontrolled high blood pressure that causes these changes in your body. Here are just some statistics upon exercise throughout the United States. So 80% of Americans do not get the recommended amount of exercise. That's a staggeringly high number. In addition, 31 million adults over the age of 50 get no physical activity at all. And that's not good as well either. If we look at our maps over here of these heat maps showing different percentages of the population, the top one kind of shows us that the prevalence of hypertension in the United States. And this bottom one shows us the physical activity in the United States as well. And we can see there's some match between having high blood pressure in states with low physical activity. And what are some health risks of an inactive lifestyle? Like this whole talk is about, having high blood pressure. The more we're inactive, the more likely we'll have high blood pressure. There's also things that can go along with it as weight gain, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, osteoporosis, and depression and anxiety, all no good things. So what are some benefits of daily exercise? I encourage you to pause right now and think of some yourself. All right, so here are some benefits of exercise. It lowers our blood pressure. Great, that's what we want to accomplish today. You also can get some weight control out of it. You can strengthen your muscles, prevent diabetes, lower stress, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep, all very important for the day-to-day needs of our body. And here is just a picture of the benefits of exercise that I just spoke about on the other side of the screen. So here's this chart right here that shows how important exercise is. So if we take a look here, no matter what range of blood pressures we're in, either normal, pre-hypertension, stage 1, stage 2, which is not really important to differentiate between the different stages, that exercise helps. So throughout all 4 of these categories, you see that light to moderate exercise helps reduce your blood pressure, and that's very important. And over here to the table on the left, it shows just how good exercise makes you feel. So people feel better about themselves, people are in a better mood, and people feel less stressed when they exercise daily. So what are some ways you can become active? I encourage you again to pause and think about some ways. So here are some ways: walking, running, riding a bike, swimming, gardening, pushing a stroller, household chores, wheeling around in a wheelchair if you are, walking up and down steps. These are all great ways to get exercises. And notice not all of them are going outside for a walk. Some of them are just doing household chores that provide exercise. Any type of movement is great for our body. So we want to keep active, keep moving. Over on the right, if you are an older individual and are much limited and maybe you can't walk, run, ride a bike anymore, there's some other things that you can do, like just sitting and standing from a chair, standing behind a chair and doing leg curls, sitting in a chair and doing leg extensions. And of course, you can have dumbbell weights and do things like curls and over the shoulder press. Now, it's important to note, you should only do the exercises you're most comfortable with, and you should definitely consult a doctor before trying any of these exercises. Also, it's important that we get 30 minutes of exercise most days. That's our current recommendations. Now, it can vary how you get your 30 minutes every day. Some people can do 30 minutes all at once. Some people like to do 10 minutes 3 times, and that gets to your requirement of 30 minutes of exercise a day. So here are some tips to become more active. First of all, we want to start small. We don't want to create huge goals that will be very tough for us to accomplish and make it easy for us to fail. That's not the goal. We want to get out there, start small, and be able to accomplish those little goals and keep building on them. We want to find a training buddy. This allows for accountability. If I have a training buddy and I don't feel like working out today, that training buddy is going to push me to then get some exercise, and that's great for the both of us. Do an activity you enjoy. And that's most important, because if you can enjoy it, you're going to stick with it longer. For example, it could be playing tennis, or it could be walking around with a friend. If you enjoy either one of those things, it's a great way to keep active. Set reasonable goals. Don't shoot for the stars. Set reasonable goals and keep accomplishing them, and then set higher and higher goals as you go. And then see what's available near you is very important. There's many local parks, local gyms, local tracks that you can go use that are right by you. So it's important to know what's in our area so that we can use them. And then over here on the right side of the screen, this is just the benefits of physical activity that we touched on already. So we can strengthen muscles, we can sleep better, we feel better. A lot of things we talked about already that we just want to keep hammering home the points. So what are some ways you can incorporate exercise into your life? I encourage you again to pause, think about it. Okay, well, that's most of what we have here today for you. I just want to highlight this space because this is just the goals of our program, Project Heal. These are the goals we want, and these are initiatives we're trying to do. Thank you again for coming and checking out this PowerPoint. If you have any more information on anything we talked about today or in any of our previous sessions, you can pull out your smartphone and scan this in your camera app. It should open up a website. That website is just listed down here at the bottom if you want to type it in, and the link in the search bar. And we have a broad array of information, such as articles from about exercise and how it improves blood pressure. Even in our 2 previous talks, we have articles up there about diet and sodium intake, salt intake, and we also have how stress and sleep hygiene are important as well into combating hypertension or high blood pressure. We have another workshop on August 6th, 2022, where we're talking about smoking and alcohol consumption and how that contributes to having high blood pressure. If you would like to come to a live event, you can do so through Zoom, that we send out a Zoom link, or you can come to East Brunswick Public Library in East Brunswick, of course, and come catch us there from about 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and we'll be happy to talk to you then. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact va182@rwjms.rutgers.edu. Send us your questions, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you with an answer. Thank you. Have a good day.